Good morning, YouTube, and welcome to another week in the life of running our dealership.
So are you recording all of the nefarious activities?
If you're new to the channel, my name is Dan, and this is our dealership, NG Supercars. And we've been doing a vlog series where once a week we show you the previous week of what's going on in the supercar world and what's going on with our dealership. So it's been a busy week, and I think next week's gonna be even more busy because, well, that's just how it is right now. We'll talk about some cool stuff. We'll show you some interesting things. We got some cars to work on. We just got a Ferrari Testarossa in, so we're gonna walk around that and show you that. I got an old 87 Mustang Fox body notchback. We'll talk about that. But real quick, if you'd like to support us, we do appreciate your help. Go to normalguysupercar.com. There you can buy parts and services from us using code NGS10. It hooks you with 10% off. And our dealership website, NG Supercars. And of course, if you're interested in buying one of the cars we have for sale, send us an email, sales@ngsupercars.com. Okay, so let's talk about what's the status of the shop. So I've been gone for 3 days, picking up that Testarossa, which we'll go over in a second. And I'm not exactly sure where we are. Let's try and figure it out. I have no idea what that part is laying on the floor. I think Josh mentioned something about trying to fix the control arms on the Land Rover that he's gonna buy from us. So I don't know, that could be it. Josh's transmission is basically out. If you didn't know, he had a leak on the slave cylinder for the clutch, so he had to pull the transmission to get to it, unfortunately. So that sucks. We believe the 355 is sold. We have a pending deal on it. We'll definitely know within the next day or two. I'll update you guys as soon as we know that. We had a deal for the 360, that fell through, so if you're interested in the 360, we're gonna be doing a major new tires, cleaning up the leather, pulling off the old PPF, or you can buy it as is if you catch us before we do that, but we'll probably start on that by the time this video comes out. This car is a car that got converted. It is basically all done, just needs to get transported back to the owners. A lot of work done to this thing. It is a totally new car after all the work that's been done to it. New everything, engine mounts, trans bushing, drive shafts, dash leather, conversion of course, new straps in the front, new tires, a bunch of other little things, spark plugs, valve cover gaskets, you name it, it's been done. A lot of work done to it, so it's awesome. This car is already sold and waiting to get some more parts so we can start working on it. This 488 we bought from Mannheim, and we'll talk about that in a little bit. We're actually going to arbitrate it and send it back because it was listed as a 5.0 out of 5. So basically they said, oh, this car is perfect. They didn't say anything about paint work. They didn't say anything else was wrong with it. They basically said nothing was wrong with it. Well, the entire car has been repainted, at least the clear coat, and it was wrapped at one point. So what we believe happened is they pulled off the wrap and it probably damaged the paint. And then they just really poorly resprayed the clear because it probably pulled off the clear in certain spots. Also, they didn't disclose that. Right there, look at that. Huge chunk of paint missing. Oh, and by the way, it smells like weed in the car. Like someone definitely was smoking a blunt. This F8 is still for sale. High option, beautiful car. A little bit higher miles, but well under $300,000. One of the only F8s under $300,000. Harry's car, we gotta do a few things too. 48 in the corner, we're gonna replace the turbos or have them rebuilt, so we need to pull the turbos out. We're gonna do that very soon. The GT350R, still for sale. That black 458 just got a IPE exhaust and it's ready to go. It just needs to get picked up and shipped out of here. I think they're supposed to get it today or tomorrow. And the Testarossa. So let's show you this. Oh yeah. So we got this in Scottsdale and the owner had had it for 32 years. I believe he said he thinks he was the second owner, and it only has 22,000 something miles on it. And let me tell you, this guy took phenomenal care of this thing. The paint is absolutely amazing. It is truly one of the most awesome paint jobs on an older Ferrari I've ever seen. Usually these older Ferraris have just awful paint. This looks tremendous, and it's got like everything, all the books, papers, documentation, all that stuff. It's got the luggage. This is near Cavallino grade. This is something you can show and be proud of. We're not going to take care of the dash because that's a undertaking that someone might want to do, but there you can see the dash leather is pulling. See that? Unfortunately, it's pulling there and it's pulling on the binnacle. That's kind of the only real thing that needs to be replaced. The driver's seat bolster has a tiny bit of wear on it. It's really not bad. That we might have our guy fix. And then for some reason, the tachometer is not really working. It's showing like the wrong RPM. It's too low. I think maybe it's got like a voltage issue or something like that. But let me open the engine bay And you just gotta see this. Insane how clean it is here. Look at this. It's just immaculate. Look at that. The valve covers look perfect. Everything looks perfect. He was telling me, he's like, yeah, the fuel pumps had to get replaced recently. It doesn't even major. It even has the stock exhaust. It's completely stock. Wow. So yeah, it's due for a major, and that's kind of about it. Major, leather on the dash, and the tachometer are the only things really wrong with it. Everything else is just insanely clean and really, really good. And it comes with, like I said, all this documentation and stuff. So we're gonna do a full review of this car. So it's, you know, wait for that, and it'll be in another video. All right, it's time to edit. Oh, a lot of people ask, what software do I use when I edit? I use Adobe Premiere Pro. It's kind of like the default thing. Oh, it sounds like it's raining pretty good now. Great. All right, we have a mission. The Jeep's drive shaft is in, and they're gonna install it. So we're gonna back it in so it's not in the rain. I'm pretty sure the battery's dead. We're gonna have to jump start it and then back it up here. Nothing like having to jump a Jeep in the rain. It's all muddy up there too. Anyway, just letting it run for a few minutes so the battery's charged up. Oh yeah, he gave us that too. So the guy that sold us the Ferrari gave us a bunch of extra stuff too. He gave us like some jackets. We bought this Cavallino from him, and then check it out, he's got the Ferrari apron for our next barbecue, dude. And then we bought this from him. Look at the size of this thing. It's huge. Like,
it is pretty cool, and it weighs like,
it weighs
probably a good 10 pounds.
Yeah,
at least it's heavy.
The legit car. Like the door, you actually have to push the door handle right there. See?
I mean, the transmission is like, it's right on. It's pretty
everything's
on
spot
point.
on. Look, it's even got the little.
It's got the radiators in there.
Yeah, it's got the stick.
To hold the hood up.
Oh yeah, and the straps. You have to undo the straps to get the front open.
Oh, just like the real thing.
Yeah, it's got the little strappies. There you go.
It's missing the spare. Isn't there supposed to be a spare in there?
What was this piece? Something broke off. Oh yeah, it's got a brake reservoir.
The shifter works too.
Yeah, the shifter works. Look at, you open up the door, and you can actually get in there and do the shifter.
Oh, the pedals pressed down too.
Oh no way, dude, this thing's nuts. This is oh dude, it's actually got like real suspension.
Yeah.
There's a belt.
These are some wide tires. It says 335, 35, 17 on the
Holy
tire.
crap. Oh yeah.
Is that what they really were?
I think that's right.
That's big for back then.
Well, remember back then that was traction control.
Yeah.
Just make the tire bigger. Dude, this thing's so awesome.
Pretty cool. We're gonna have our detail guy buff it out.
Yeah, we're
He's
gonna
do a
clean it out.
ceramic coating on it.
Make it look all perfect. All right, I guess I'll pull in the Jeep, let it dry off for a little bit. God, it's raining even harder now. I hate rain, but we need it, so it's hard to get mad about it. Okay, so here's the update some of you have been waiting for. The 6x6 Jeep is back in business, baby. Yeah. So here's the deal. The company that's local called Relentless Rides, they actually did a great job. They replaced the drive shaft that blew up. Well, or the axle that blew up. Well, what happened was the drive shaft was too short and it disengaged and blew itself up. So we had to custom order a drive shaft because who makes a drive shaft for this? No one. So she's back in business. So I guess we'll take it and drive it around, and it's for sale. It's actually only got like 19,000 miles or something. We'll do a review of it or whatever. We'll do something with this thing. Well, this is rare. The shipper for the 488 is here early. That's a nice trailer too. That's a nice setup. Well, anyway, we gotta get the 488 out here. This is the one we're returning to Mannheim because it is not a 5 out of 5. It is bullshit. The paint, it's definitely been repainted. Yeah, this was a perfect car, perfect. It smells like someone smoked a blunt in there. The paint is awful, absolutely awful. We couldn't sell it to one of you guys. So anyway, they're taking it back. Well, we'll see. We're sending it back.
They better take it back.
They better take it back. What do you put it on it?
I'm just putting it on here so that it doesn't get confused when they get there. Checking it into our
Okay. All right, well, we're moving around the cars to get stuff situated. And it's kind of been shitty all day, just raining. Edwin's working on restoring the leather in the 360 and in the Testarossa. And Alan is cleaning up the 458 and that 430, which are both going out the door. The 488's gone, and we'll talk tomorrow. So I need to go home. It's Thursday, which means the live stream is tonight at 8 p.m. Central. Check it out, join us, ask questions, whatever. And we'll show you the Fox turd in another video, so watch that. But we'll see you guys tomorrow. Oh, I lied to you. Rare moment. Meg and I are taking a day off tomorrow, and we aren't doing shit. We won't see you tomorrow. We'll see you probably Monday. So, bye! Well, good morning, YouTube. It is now Monday, and yes, I actually took a day off with my wife. Funny enough, we didn't really get to have a super awesome day off. We actually had to go to the bank and sign a bunch of papers and do some stuff. And so by the time we did all that, that took the entire morning, and we only had a little bit of time in the afternoon, and then we went and grabbed lunch, which admittedly, that was nice. After that, by the time we get home, it's like 3 o'clock, and then we had to go pick up our kid, and that was it. So basically, we got to spend some time with our son, which is great. But we didn't really get to spend any time alone doing anything fun. But oh well, such is life, and such is the life of a parent. But it is Monday, and today is an interesting day. We have an investor coming to visit us. So we have someone who's been a fan of the channel. They've helped us out in the past, and they are interested in becoming a partial owner of the company. So we're gonna be sitting down and negotiating and talking about that, and that may or may not happen. But beyond that, looks like we have a few cars going out, one of them for sure today. So this 430, which we converted and did a ton of work to, is going out the door today. It's supposed to. So we're trying to get it to the owner today. They actually live fairly close. I originally was gonna go drive it over there myself, but given all of the investor stuff going on and a bunch of other crazy crap, I don't have time. So unfortunately, I would love to, but it actually just worked out that I couldn't. Second of all, I was supposed to go to Utah to go look at a 430 to buy. And unfortunately, the owner of the car broke his arm, and he's in the hospital. I guess he severely broke it. So we kind of delayed that for an unknown period of time. I'm still gonna go look at it. It just might not be for another week or two. I'm just kind of working with their schedule. So that sucks for them. I hope they're okay. And we were really excited to get another 430. What else is going on? We also have that 458 is supposed to go out, I believe, today. And that's kind of it. We don't have any new cars that are coming in. Do have a weird situation going on with the 355, which I kind of want to let evolve a little bit more before we go into it. The 360, we had a deal. That deal fell through. So that car is still going to be available. We are doing a big drive with the Ferrari Club this coming weekend. So it's their Hanging at the Hangar Hotel weekend. It's like one of their big events. Lots of driving stuff. It's supposed to rain all weekend, so I want to take the GT40, but the GT40 is not really watertight, so taking it on a drive where there's going to be rain is not really a good idea. Yeah, I'm not sure what I'll drive. Maybe the 360. I don't know. We'll have to figure something out. I need to do something instead of that. I need to order a timing belt service kit for the 360, so I should probably do that today. It is tax season, so I've been doing all sorts of tax stuff with our accountant. Let me tell you, taxes suck when you're a business owner. It gets really complicated, and you don't ever find out anything until the last second, and it makes it really challenging. The goal is always, of course, to owe a little bit of money, but not too much money, so it's not too painful. And this year, I owe a lot. Not quite Hoovy amounts of money if you saw his video, so it's not $500,000, but it is in the tens of thousands of dollars, so it still sucks. What's really complicated is, so because this is an LLC, it's passed through taxation, which means, let's say the company makes $100,000 profit, which I wish, and I own more than 50% of the company. So that means, on paper, my income was $50,000+ higher, which means I'm going to be taxed on that $50,000+ at my current income tax rate. When the company does well, I get taxed higher. It sucks. And because I'm the largest equity holder of the company, I get taxed the most out of anyone who is an equity holder. So it affects me disproportionately large because of that. It sucks, but it is what it is. I always look at it as, if we're making a bunch of money and I'm paying a bunch of taxes, that's usually a good sign. I don't mind it too much. I just hate that it's always, I don't know what it's gonna be until the last minute. All right, my phone's blowing up. It's Monday, let's get stuff going. All right, it's been a few hours. We have to get the 458 over to the shipper, and they didn't want to drive down here even though they only had a truck, but that's fine, like a pickup truck, stuff that's going with it. So we're gonna load that crap into the truck and send it over there. Got the wheels and tires off of this car, the 360, and that car. Figure out why they're leaking. If you remember, I was saying how we finally got the Jeep running, right? So the battery was dead, jumped it, and then got it running and actually drove it a little bit and then let it sit over the weekend. And I came out here to get it washed and cleaned up and take pictures so I can sell it. First, the battery is dead again, so I think I need a new battery. But second of all, it just literally cranks and does not start now. This thing. This is literally the worst. Oh, look at the windshield wipers are just going for no apparent reason, really slowly. That's cool. I don't know what's up with that. Why would the windshield wipers just suddenly go up? Oh, look at this. Is awesome. Josh comes out here and then it starts because I don't know.
Idling kind of low.
Is it?
It's idling at like 600 RPM.
Yeah, it probably needs to be driven. I need to drive it. I need to get. Oh yeah.
As soon as you press the gas, it's
dying.
It's got a check engine light on, so we can scan it.
Yeah, we gotta scan it and. Great.
As soon as you press the gas, it.
Oh. I think the battery's just so toast.
Key fob not detected.
Oh, it's right here.
Yeah, the battery's toast.
Well, I got the jump pack on. Here, why don't I drive it over to the shop?
Well, let me scan it and just see what the code is real quick.
Okay. Walked up, and the windshield wipers just ever slowly creeped up to straight up and then stopped. I was like, what the hell is this? This thing won't go in anymore.
I bet it. What size battery does it take?
I gotta look it up. All right, well, we changed out the battery, and that seems to at least make it so it's starting, but it's still got a check engine light. I think it's pretty pissed off because it hasn't really been run properly in forever. I need to just drive the damn thing. I need to print a plate for it.
Yeah, do that, and then let's go get the Porsche.
Okay. All right, YouTube. So Jeep, I actually drove it and it works. I don't know what that weird crap was. I think it was just battery issues. Poor Ellen here is gonna suffer and clean it. And I'm getting a phone call. All right, so for the investment stuff, it looks like it's not gonna happen, but it's actually Harry, the guy who has that 488. He wants to get involved with the company, but he's not gonna invest at this point, which is completely reasonable. He might be helping out with the parts side of the store and that stuff. But check this out. The Jeep is clean. First time in 6 months. I guess that's the only nice thing about having it be like Rhino liner is it was really easy to clean. You basically just spray it down. And that was it. I'm leaving it on the trickle charger overnight because I don't trust this thing. And we gotta get pictures of it tomorrow. And then finally list it and get rid of it. So still waiting on the wheels to come back for the 360 and this 458. The tires were having a slow leak or something like that. We'll get those situated. We did order major service kits for the 360 and actually for the for the 355. Josh is gonna buy the 355, we decided.
We kind of got stuck because it's got issues, so I'm like, I'll just buy it, and then if it breaks even worse, then I'll deal with it. It doesn't have to go on a customer.
Right, well, so it's classic example of cars that haven't been driven. We bought it, hadn't been driven. We put a couple 100 miles on it, and it immediately starts leaking 3 fluids. And so at that point, we're like, well, the engine probably needs to come out to fix one of the leaks, which is an oil leak. The coolant leak we think we can fix maybe without pulling the engine. And then the last one is F1 fluid we think is out of...
I think it's transmission fluid, actually.
Actual gearbox fluid.
Gearbox fluid.
Ugh, great. Well, so yeah, it's probably best to just pull the engine out. Its last major was 3 years ago, so it's a little early, but as long as we're gonna have to fix seals and stuff, probably pull the engine anyway, you might as well do the major because the parts are only like $2,000.
It's been a dream car of mine anyways. I love that car. Love the way it looks. It looks so cool.
Sounds.
And maybe we'll do a manual conversion on it. We'll see.
And headers.
Maybe. And headers. We should do headers.
For sure, cat deletes.
We should probably do headers on it while we have the engine out.
Yes, I agree. All right, well, that's it for today. It's been a long day. It's already 6:15. So we'll see you guys tomorrow. We'll be wrenching on some more stuff. got some cool projects coming. And hopefully some cars. We need to buy some cars.
The next day.
Well, good morning, YouTube. It is now Tuesday. So let's see the plan for the day. All right. I just stopped by Velocity Tire and picked up the tires and wheels for that 458 and the 360. 360 had a slow leak. The tire bead just didn't set properly. And this one had some weird issue with the valve stem that caused it to be a slow leak. Both of them are fixed, so we'll get those wheels back on the cars and those will be good to go. I wanted to just throw them a shout out because they've been really, really good to us. We had a hard time finding a good tire place that we could use that was close by and won't mess up expensive wheels on Ferraris. So they're here in Liberty Hill. They're actually just like a mile or two down the street from us. We've been really pleased with them. Again, they don't sponsor us, but we've been using them and got a great business relationship with them, and we're very, very pleased with them. If you guys are in the Liberty Hill-ish area and you need to take your car there to get like tires and stuff, talk to them. They're really good and their prices are competitive. Let's take care of that. And then I need to make some videos. So I'm behind. I know, I'm sorry. I haven't been publishing as much as usual. We just kind of got behind the ball. Too many things going on with the barbecue and all this other stuff. I think I'm gonna film a video on my Fox Body turd. And maybe, I don't know, I don't really wanna do a video on the Jeep, but maybe I will. Oh, that's the other thing we gotta do today is get pictures of the Jeep. So we gotta get that thing finished up, getting cleaned up and get it pictured and then list it for sale. Haven't decided if I'll send it to auction. I think I wanna just try and sell it first and then send it to auction. If we can't sell it, just trying to sell it outright. If one of you wants that thing, make an offer, send us an email, sales@ngsupercars.com. And then also Harry's coming back today and we're gonna show him the ropes on getting him started on the parts website. So that's kind of the deal that we got going on is Harry said he wants to kind of like be an intern. All right, so I guess that means moving forward, once he's kind of up to speed, if you guys are contacting us about parts, you might run into him. I guess he might be talking to Harry. At some point we gotta find cars to buy because we literally only have like 4 cars for sale. We have that GT350R, we've got this Testarossa, that 360. Of course, these two are not listed on the website at the moment. We got a major kit coming for that guy. This F8's for sale. Josh's car already sold, and that's kind of about it because that 488 is a customer's car. This 458 is already sold, and we're just waiting for parts. And then of course the Jag. Oh, the Porsche Cayenne is here. So we finally got that part back and it got painted. So I guess we're gonna be cleaning that up and selling that too. All right, we have another car for sale. Sweet. All right, a flurry of activity. Got the Jeep in the shop. And of course, the 360's battery was dead. So we did a push start. If you didn't know, on the F1 cars, you can push start it, believe it or not. But 355 starts up just fine. Ah, too much light. All right, yeah, just admiring.
It's pretty cool.
Admiring the cleanliness.
Yeah, like,
dude, you realize all the little wire clips.
I'm liking the paint over here.
The wire clips are all still there and everything. I mean,
Yeah.
it's,
Yeah, I mean, it looks like it's
like we
4 or
to
5
do a
years
major on
old.
this, you have to take a picture of where every wire is routed to make sure they all go perfectly back.
Right.
in the
Yeah.
same spot.
In the exact same spot. Let's get the pictures of that thing and get it listed for sale. Someone want it. It's not my cup of tea. Like I said, I'm sure lots of people like this sort of thing. It's not my thing. All right, YouTube, end of the day. Kind of not a super exciting day. We got pictures of the Jeep and we'll get that listed online the next, I don't know, day or so. Mostly spent time on the computer today, so some days are like that. They're just kind of more of a sit down kind of day. Well, that was today. Tomorrow, auction day. We'll try and buy some more cars. By the way, some of you have asked about that 488 that we got at auction the previous 2 weeks ago. Well, when we got it, the paint was so bad that we sent it back. So we're supposed to find out about that any day now. They better take it back because it's bullshit. The whole thing was repainted and they claimed it was perfect, a 5.0 and no paint work. Well, anyway, we'll see you tomorrow. Well, good morning, YouTube. It is Wednesday. It means it's auction day. We're gonna try our best to probably not buy any cars, but we'll see what's out there. So I need to get the computer set up and go pull up all the cars I want to look at today. So give me a few minutes and then we'll talk about what we're doing today. All right, got all my cars up on the auction, trying to look at them. There's nothing exciting today. There's basically no Ferraris of interest. There's a couple of Porsches, but our history with Porsches is not great. I'm actually just kind of curious watching the regular cars because I'm curious if the tariffs are making people bid them up a little bit. So far, it looks like they're pretty much still bidding about the same price, but technically the tariffs don't kick in until tonight. Also, I want to point this out. We've been getting this weird little scam. People will email us, and I'm trying to figure out what the game plan is here, but they sent us an email saying, hey, I bought something from you, but you double charged me. Can you send me the, correct this or whatever? So I guess they're trying to get us to unwind a transaction, but we go look, and they never bought anything from us. So I don't have any of their information. There's no way I could unwind it, even if it actually was a deal. Here's where it's kind of funny is so far all of those emails have come to the dealership email address. So they're saying, oh, I bought something from you, give me a refund, but it's to our dealership. You didn't buy anything from our dealership. If you did, you would have bought a car, and we're not about to unwind a deal with a car. They said they bought it on our website. You can't buy anything on the dealership website. It doesn't have a buy now. It doesn't even have the ability to process credit cards, nothing like that. So it's kind of a stupid scam, but just wanted to make you guys aware of it just in case. One of the cars that I might want is up in 2, so let's pay attention. All right, so Josh is very comfortable wrenching on his cars. If you didn't know, the slave cylinder for the clutch died. Well, it didn't die, it was just leaky.
It was leaking from where it mates to the transmission for some reason. I don't know why.
So
I think one of the seals went bad inside of it.
Yeah, so we had to pull the entire thing. Unfortunately, this is a $1 part for $5,000 in labor if you're sending it to a dealership. Yeah. Because you got to pull the entire trans just to get to it. So he's working on that. And then actually, I totally forgot about this. My first Ferrari's coming back to the shop. And we're going to be selling it. So unless I decide to keep it, Frankie's bringing back my old 430 that I sold to him. He's selling it. And so he's going to be dropping it off later tonight. I haven't seen it in, admittedly, probably 2 years or maybe more. So I don't know what condition it's in, but we'll go over the car and show it to you. I know it's got a whole lot of miles because Frankie drove the crap out of it, and it does need some work. So we'll kind of assess its condition a little bit. So we didn't get anything at auction. What a shock. And I need to edit the video that's coming out tomorrow right now because I only have a few hours until tomorrow. It's already 2 o'clock. And hopefully this should be an easier edit. I bet I can have it done in 2 hours, so I'll have it done by 4. All right, just finished editing the video that I'm gonna have go out tomorrow, which is Thursday. This video will be out on Saturday, so that video will already be out. It's about the tariffs and stuff. We just did an oil change on Harry's 48, or I should say Josh did. I didn't do shit. I was editing. We actually have some space right now, so we definitely need some cars. There was actually a 430 I was supposed to fly out to Utah and take a look at and hopefully buy yesterday, but the dude broke his arm, so I'm flying out in 2 more weeks. So we'll get that out there, take a look at it and see if it's good. If you need to sell your Ferrari or other exciting car, let us know. Send us an email, sales@ngsupercars.com. When we were working on the car, we realized the floors are still super dirty, even though we just mopped everything for the party. So I'm gonna mop them again, as long as the cars are out of the way. These are the things you have to do when you own a small business. You don't have a cleaning company or whatever, you just do it yourself. All right, YouTube, it's late, 6 something, waiting for my old 430 come back, so Frankie's dropping it off. We'll kind of walk around it once it gets here. It should be here in about a half hour or something. Curious to see this old sucker, my old girl. It's been a while. All right, YouTube, it's almost 8 o'clock, but my old 430's back. I'm so happy to see it. I will show it to you and its current status tomorrow mornings. This is super exciting. This is really cool. So yes, I can't wait. And it's perfect timing because we got a drive coming up. So I got a few things to fix before the drive, but I think I'm gonna take it on the drive this coming weekend. It's gonna be pretty cool. All right, we'll see you tomorrow. Joke's on me. I went out to the truck to go drive it home and it's got a flat tire. So the only nice thing about having a truck tire go flat is the truck leans pretty far when it's low. So this tire is already down to 17 PSI and it was full when I got here this morning. So I must have hit a nail or something on the way in. So I'm gonna take the stupid Jeep home tonight because it needs to be driven anyway. Not that I want to. Yeah. And I guess we'll try and get the tire fixed tomorrow because I don't want to deal with it right now. And Nothing's open anyway right now. Stupid thing. Oh, hey, we did get it listed on the website, so if you want to buy it, it's listed. Hooray. All right, well, we'll see you tomorrow, YouTube.
Tomorrow for sure.
Well, good morning, YouTube. It is Thursday, which means tonight is our Thursday night live. So join us 8 p.m. Central, and we'll see you there, talk about some cool stuff. All right, we got to solve a few problems today. So as it sits, my truck tire has a leak in it. It's down to basically almost no air, so I need to get that fixed. We got my old 430 back, so I'm gonna do a video just dedicated to showing you everything about this car. So check that out if you haven't already. It's probably not out yet if you're watching this on Saturday, but it'll be out soon. Kind of want to come up with a plan for this thing. A part of me says we should convert it. The problem with that is I don't know if we'd get the money back on this car. I don't know. It's hard to say because it has so many miles. It's actually in pretty good condition. It's definitely driver's quality. I mean, if you're expecting a perfect car, this is not it. Absolutely not it. But if you're wanting a 430 that you can drive the piss out of it and have a hell of a time, that is perfect. It drives perfect. It's got lowering suspension. It's got aftermarket bigger brakes. It's got cool wheels. It's got good tires. The brakes were just replaced. The tires are brand new. The clutch has only got 25% wear on it, and it looks awesome. Does need some work on those headlights. Those are getting kind of gnarly. Yeah, we're gonna have to do something about that. Okay, and it's got a lot of paint chips and stuff. Leather is in surprisingly good condition. That's the amazing thing. The interior is actually pretty good, although the headliner is sagging, so we gotta fix that. We gotta fix a lot of little things, just little stuff. The big thing that is not working is the air conditioner. That's a big problem, so we need to fix that. Probably the AC compressor. It's got a code for AC clutch failure. That's probably going on, so probably just need to replace the AC compressor and it would be good. It's funny, he was joking, he's like, I literally haven't changed anything as far as like the dash cam's still there, GoPro camera mount is still there. It's kind of cool seeing your car and what's happened to it after 25,000 more miles and almost 6 years. Can you believe that? It's been almost 6 years since I sold that. A part of me really wants to just keep it for a little while and get it to over 100,000 miles. I'm very much considering that. If the Jeep sells quick enough, I may actually do that. That would be fun. Anyway, so we'll be doing a lot of work on this car just to bring it up to good and then most likely selling it. As it sits, we have 2 major kits on order. We're gonna do a major on the 360 and a major on the 355. The Testarossa also needs a major. We're just debating, are we gonna do the major or are we gonna send it to somewhere else? Mostly because we're running out of time. We have too many big projects going on and there's only a few of us to work on it. We could probably bang out the 360 major in about 2 days. Those ones are pretty quick. 355, we think it'll take closer to a week. And the Testarossa probably would take 1 to 2 weeks because these are a little bit more work. And by that I mean it's a lot of bit more work. So that's definitely on the list of stuff to do. I'm gonna pull off the wheel of my truck, get it fixed, and well, that's it for this video. So I appreciate it if you guys could go to our website, normalguysupercar.com, use the code NGS10, hook yourself up with 10% off and buy some stuff from us. That keeps this channel going. And also you can buy cars from us. So send us an email, sales@ngsupercars.com if you'd like to sell us your car or if you'd like to buy any of the cars that we have here. But that's it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you in the next one. We're going to be doing a lot of cool car stuff. You're going to want to stay tuned. It's going to be sweet.